guys, welcome back to the Bridgewell Real Estate Group YouTube channel. I'm Mariko.
And I'm Kiyomi.
And we're both realtors with the Bridgewell Group. And if you don't know the Bridgewell Group already, we are a local Vancouver-based real estate team. We're one of the top teams in the Lower Mainland. We service the Tri-Cities really as our bread and butter, so Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, and Port Moody. But because most of our business is online and referral, a lot of them from YouTube, we obviously do business all over the Greater Vancouver and the Fraser Valley area. So if you are looking to buy or sell a home in the Lower Mainland, then definitely feel free to reach out to us anytime. Now, today's video is going to be a lot more education based. We are going to be talking about some of the major changes within the real estate industry. And a lot of these ones have been made to protect the consumer. So I know this is one that you guys are going to be interested in. And they're really progressive and just moving the industry definitely in the right direction.
Yeah, for sure. And one of the big ones that they've done recently is on October 17th, they've made some changes to the offer presentation dates so that they're now irrevocable. So this is really major because it means that people can't submit these offers prior to that presentation date anymore. So that'll really help a lot of buyers out.
Yeah, and when Kiyomi's talking about submitting offers early, really we were experiencing a lot of bully offers in the market when it was super, super hot. So in this video, we're going to be going through what a bully offer is, why it was a problem. We're going to go through the direction regarding presentation offers form and how this new version of the form, the IDRPO, is going to be beneficial to a lot of people within the industry, both realtors and consumers. And we're just going to go through the basics of what that's going to look like logistically and how everything functions. So yeah, let's just get into it.
So coming back to the direction regarding presentation of offers form. This is a form filled out by the sellers and the listing agent to set a specific date and time for offer presentations to occur. So essentially to collect and review all offers that are coming in. This is typically done the Monday or Tuesday after the listing has been live for about a week. And typically these sellers are kind of hoping for that multiple offer scenario.
Definitely. And we saw that a lot more when the market was really, really hot. And obviously most people were expecting multiple offers. We still kind of see it now. Kiyomi was just dealing with another one. And it's obviously a little bit of a slower market, but that's usually if somebody is trying to price really low and then obviously still expecting multiple offers. So this is really the whole point of this DRPO form. Now, obviously in a much hotter market, the problem was when somebody tried to bully the seller into accepting an offer sooner. And we really called this a bully offer, if you've ever kind of, loosely heard this term before. Basically, that is somebody that knows what the direction regarding presentation of offer date is, and is just blatantly choosing to ignore it and trying to submit an offer earlier that is usually a really, really strong offer that the seller probably would take or would seriously consider in hopes to scare them out of not going through with that offer presentation date. And really the whole purpose of this is to avoid a multiple offer situation from that buyer perspective. Now, obviously, when the seller has a set date in mind and is reviewing all those offers at that time, and everybody else has anticipated that they're going to follow through with that, this can be really frustrating for the average buyer because maybe they haven't seen the place at the time that a bully offer was written, but they 100% were interested and would have written an offer on it on that set date. So that's really, really frustrating for them because they are often in a panic to get in to see the property right away. They're trying to write an offer at a time that they weren't expecting, and it's just like a complete mess. It was really, really a difficult time in the industry when people were not respecting that offer presentation date on the bully offer side of things, but also when sellers were feeling pressured to consider something sooner.
Yeah, and it definitely didn't give buyers enough time to do some of their due diligence that they would have done otherwise. So
oh, for sure. Yeah. So that's really what an original DRPO form is. That's what a bully offer is. And the whole reason why the industry decided to implement this new irrevocable direction regarding presentation of offer form was to essentially really severely reduce the chances of a bully offer being able to convince the seller to look at something sooner without the seller being like a million roadblocks prior to being able to look at that.
Yeah, totally.
And so just to be clear, there's actually two ways that you can deal with offers. And so number one is what we're already talking about, which is via this IDRPO form, where you're looking at offers at a set date and time. Now, the second option is just good old fashioned first come, first serve. And so what that means from the seller's perspective is that you're taking offers anytime. And so if you're a buyer and you're actually the first showing, you're interested, you want to write an offer, by all means, you could be writing an offer and the seller would consider it.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing a lot of that now, especially in cooler markets where sellers are happy to get an offer. So they really are just taking offers as they come. And so logistically with the IDRPO, or the Irrevocable Direction Regarding Presentation of Offers, definitely a mouthful, is that this has now been implemented and was effective as of October 17th. So these new forms make it really hard for sellers and listing agents to look at any offers before that set date if they've chosen to choose a date and time to look at these offers. As it says, those dates are irrevocable. And in order for them to take that date back, they'd have to completely remove the listing off the MLS and then re-upload it as a new listing with a new IDRPO, which is a lot of work, a lot of paperwork. It makes it quite difficult.
Yeah, and so in doing so, it really reduces the chances of bully offers being able to bully the seller into looking at an offer before that IDRPO. There's also costs involved with relisting. And so all of these roadblocks have now been put into the process of looking at a bully offer that really just make it so much more difficult for the seller to consider them.
Yeah, exactly. And we should mention as well is that if you've chosen that IDRPO and that date has passed, whether you didn't choose to accept any of the offers that came in or no offers came in at all, then it can switch to first come, first serve, or you can choose to set a new IDRPO date.
Definitely. And one last thing to really consider is that if you were originally first come, first serve, and then your traction just ended up being way crazier than what you thought, you are actually allowed to set an IDRPO date. And so it is only when you have an IDRPO already signed that you cannot revoke that date and time. But if you were originally first come, first serve, then you can choose to set an IDRPO date. And then as Kiyomi has already said, if you had your IDRPO for a set date and time, that has passed, you didn't accept any offers, you didn't get any offers, then that means that you can move forward as you please, either with first come, first serve or a new offer presentation date.
Yeah, so there's definitely a few options that you can do.
For sure.
Yeah. This is just one of many really awesome changes that the real estate industry is doing. We think it's really great for them to be implementing this IDRPO, and it'll really help to protect a lot of consumers.
Definitely. And the board and the council are really making a lot of active efforts to try and take into consideration some of the difficulties that a lot of people experience in a hotter market. Obviously, there is a delay, like we're not dealing with these bully offers as much anymore, given the current state of the market, but it's still definitely a great form to have in place for the future. And obviously in some situations now as well, we had discussed how sometimes people do list low and are still expecting, we're seeing multiple offers. And so this IDRPO form definitely does help. There are a number of changes that are also underway for the future that we will likely be covering on our YouTube channel. So definitely make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. We do a lot of things like neighborhood guides, educational videos. We're also on TikTok, on Instagram.
Newly on TikTok.
We're on Twitter. And so we try and push out as much content as we possibly can while also maintaining a large client base and making sure that we do the best for everybody. So if you are looking to buy or sell in the greater Vancouver or Fraser Valley area, then definitely feel free to reach out to us anytime. And we hope you enjoyed this video.
And that it was informative.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a great day.
See ya.